Hello, it's Jamie, and with this module I'm going to show you how easy it is to create teams and channels with Microsoft Teams. So what I'd like you to all to do is open up Microsoft Teams, and on your left hand side you have activity, you have chat, and you have Teams. If you click onto Teams, there's a choice of two, where you can create a team, which is the one we're going to do, or you can actually join a team if you've been sent an existing code. So what we're going to do is create a team from scratch. Once you click onto this, there'll be another options. It'll give you two types you can choose from. You have build a team from scratch, or create a team using the existing 365 group, or another team. We're going to build a team from scratch. Once you choose that, you have two types of teams. You can have a private one where you need certain permissions to join and have access, or you can have a public one an organization can join. So we're going to have a private one from that one. Now, the whole purpose of this Teams group that we're going to do is basically, let's say, for our trainers or our teachers, have a place where they can upload exercise and modules for their delegates or for the tutors to be able to teach. So in here, I'm going to type in training. And in description, I'm now going to type in what the purpose of this Teams is. And I'm going to type in training files. Now, if we go down to this box, you can now click onto create, and it automatically will get you to the next screen. Now, the bit I like about this, the user that I'm using at the moment is 365 user 1. I mean, I can add other different ones onto this. If I type in new, you can see I've got 365 user 2, which I'm going to click onto. Now, the clever part here is when I click onto add, that will automatically go to that user's team account and add a Teams channel they can actually start to use. So to demonstrate this, this is a virtual PC. So this would be like another person's PC. And as you can see on Teams, there's no teams or channels for anyone to use. But when I click on to add that button, you'll see it magically appear. So if I now click on to add, you can see in here, automatically training has now appeared for this user to use. So let's go back to the one we've created. And now we're going to click on to close. Once that's closed, we have now created our first Teams here, channels to be able to start working. Now, when you actually start doing this, and whenever you create a team, it automatically creates you a default channel called General. And in here you have your standard one, General Posts, where we're going to be able to communicate, which I'll demonstrate in a moment, and Files on Wiki, which is basically like a posted room where you can actually put more documented notes. But first of all, let's just choose Posts. Now I'm just going to minimize the screen a little bit so you can just see, so it's not at the bottom of the screen. This would be at the bottom of your screen. Now, as you can see here, this is where I can start a conversation. So if I'm going to just type in to my users, and this is basically like a message board, like in Messenger, that I can start communicating to the people on my team. So I've now just typed in, welcome to the Training Teams portal. Now when I press enter, that automatically will now go to anyone in that team. If I go back into here, you can see the welcome has actually magically appeared. So this person could reply by clicking to reply and type in hello, and even better, you could put emoji as well. We should really kick the user out just for that, to be honest. Alright, so anyway, once we've done that, we've got our smiley face. If we go to the top corner of our screen, which we're not going to demonstrate in this video, you can at the top see this one that says meet. So you could actually start your video conferencing automatically with your people that have been assigned to this team. And that's start your first video conference or channel or meeting, which is very easy to do. On your default screen, you can see you've got add more people, create more channels, which we're going to do in a moment. But before we do that, let's go back up to the screens here. So where you've got channel, or where it says training, there's some dots. Then 3 dots, basically more information. If we click onto them dots, you can see we can actually go down to manage team. We now can see the owner, which is obviously this user here. And if I go to members, you can see there's only 1 member that's been added to this team. So we could add more if we wanted to. If we go along, we can even go to channels. And as you can see, there's really no channels here apart from general, but we are going to create a few more in a moment. If you go to settings, you can set permissions, what people can do and what they can't. I'm going to do a basic one at the moment of change the team picture. So I'm going to change this picture. I want our company logo. So I'm just going to go to our files. And let's go to our training files, some PCS logos, and I use the red logo. Good. And you can now see our teams has now got a nice logo as well. If we go across to the right hand side, we've got analytics. That can be really useful, especially to like a classroom environment, to see, are people interacting, are people using it, and are they changing information. So from a trainer or a tutor point of view, this can be very useful, but even from a managerial one as well. So the next option which we've done, we've now got our Teams account. If we go back to our training, you can see you can add channels. So if I click into add channels, I'm going to call this one Word. And we'll just type in Word files. And now there's a tick box here where everyone on the list will grab this information and be able to see it straight away. I now have Word. I could do another one as well. So if I go to this option and go to more options, go back to the same thing, get add channel, and we'll type in Excel. And type in Excel files. Automatically add this one. Obviously you can change the options, make it private accessible for some people. So I may have some people that might not actually been or entitled to see the Excel files if I wanted to. So I could make that private. I only do ones, or I'm going to have this standard at the moment. On one of the next training modules, we will show you how to do some more advanced settings. Once we've now got the different channels, like in general, and what we can do in here, this could just be conversations just about Excel or Word. So I could say in the Excel, I need help on BODMAS. That's a fun one. And that's just gone into our chat, yeah, in Excel. It's not gone to general. So if I now look at my other user now, back onto this one, I can see it hasn't appeared there at the moment. It's got activity, users created a channel in Word. It says something's been created, but if I now go to my Excel one, I can see I now need help on BODMAS. So 2 plus 2 times 2 equals 6. Okay, we have a whole exercise on BODMAS to look up if that's confusing. But just to give you an idea, this is where you can relate to it. If I go to Word, I can't see that one on Word. It's just on the Excel. As you can see, automatically this has been now applied, and it's gone back to that. Now, another part is once I'm back into the training one, I could go to Post. I have got files, and this is not for everyone. So if I now go to Files, it takes a little moment for this to upload, which can be a little bit frustrating. So what happens, this box should appear below. So if you click onto General, and if you then go to where it says Files, I can upload files. So for everyone, you don't have to be in any of the different ones or channels to be there. So I could go to Upload. I'm going to put both logos so that people can use these logos if they want to as well. And then I'm going to go to Upload again. I have the blue one as well. But I find it's a bit messy for that one, so what I'm now going to do is I'm going to tidy this one up. If I go to new, I'm going to go now to folder, and we'll just type in logos. Now once I've got them two folders called logos, I can tick both these two. And once they're both ticked, there's a button at the top along this ribbon that says move. If we click onto that one, I can move that into logos. And both of them disappeared into logos. But if I go to Excel, if I go to my files, there's no files there with logos because that's only relating to my Excel ones. So what we could now do is go, I want some Excel files to be here. So I go to upload. I'm now going to go to my Excel folder. And I'm going to record in these are the files I kind of use for my Excel courses. We'll use names. I'll hold my shift key down and do the film data as well. I'm going to open. And you will see two Excel files are there. If I now go to my Word file, I'm now going to put in here my Word files. Click onto where it says files. Sometimes that pause can be a bit frustrating. A few times I've clicked a few times, so it's not working, but it does appear. If you now click onto upload, I'm going to put my Word files. My Word course, and I'm going to teach you a lot about poker or use poker examples in here. So I'm going to click onto basic poker and betting, how to lose all your money. Let's go to open. And we've got there. So what we've just shown you at the moment is how we've created channels. We've created different channels with the ones where we can have conversations if we want to. Also where we can actually have different folders which we can upload and different files we can use. And how to create your first Teams portal with its own channels. I hope you enjoyed this exercise. There's a lot more to come. I hope to see you soon.